or most of you should know if you do not know, for New York, the parent has to have something in order for us to protect the kids if we're going to set up this account for a millionaire baby. And I title it, I wanted to name it Millionaire Baby, but I said, you know what, I don't know if Millionaire Baby is already copyright or it's taken. And so many people use that term already, Millionaire Baby. So I'm going to say Playground Millionaire, because kids play, right? They're playing. And when I see kids in a playground, to me, anytime I see kids, I'm like, okay, this is a millionaire. If their parents only knew what I knew, they're millionaires. But most people don't know how to even be a millionaire themselves, let alone set their kids up to be a millionaire. So going back to the classroom, the teacher said to me, Odetta, you're so great with the kids. Have you ever thought about writing a kid's book? And I said, yeah, I did. But you know what? Consider it done. She told me that on like a Tuesday. I came home on Tuesday because I got a lot of content. I came home on Tuesday. I started writing the book. I reached out to Vern to help me with the graphics, because the first half of the book, literally what you're seeing, this cover, shout out to Vern. Vern is amazing with all this graphic design stuff. We played with a different couple of covers, and I said, no, I wanted to have black, white, and Spanish kids. I don't know if you could tell which one of these kids looks Spanish, but we want all the kids to be protected, right? And then the first half of the book is going to be terminology, mindset, like the things that I'm seeing in the classroom. That's what I literally put in the book. Like when I ask kids, do you get money? They said, yes. What do you do with the money? Oh, I spend. What are you spending on? Crap. I mean, they should be spending it on crap for their age, which is okay. And then some of them told me they save. Some of them say they save in a piggy bank. Some of them say they have a bank account, and that's all good. So I was happy to hear some of them are saving, but the majority, it's a resounding spend. That's all these kids know. Just spend money, right? So I realized this is an opportunity to help the kids when it comes to start learning them about money. True story, my nephew Corey, when he was born, you guys, I have a lot of nieces and nephews, but I talk about him the most because when he was born, I was with him from day one. So he's like my own. The others, my brothers, my sister, my other siblings, their kids didn't grow with me. Like Corey grew up with me. Every day I saw him from a baby. My sister worked a lot, so I would take care of him. And I taught Corey from a very young age to save money. Up to this day, if you give Corey $1 right now, he's going to go save it. His other two siblings followed him with that mindset with money. If I call Kyra and Kareem right now, they're going to ask me for money. And then when I say, well, what do you want to do? Oh, auntie, I just want to save it. Hello. I wish everybody could be like that, right? But they can't. But that's because they grew up in a household with me where I constantly told them, you got to save, you got to save. And in fact, I even tell them, if you save X amount, I will match it. So at the end of the year, if they save $50 from getting money from whoever, I would match that $50. To this day, Corey has an IUL. Whatever he's saving in his IUL, I am matching a portion of it, and I'm incentivizing him to keep working, keep funding, and I'm going to help you with your IUL. But not everybody's going to do that for their kids. So this book is going to not only help the kids to start small and start with a mindset of, when I get money, I got to save first, right? Because I'm giving them little things that they can do for their age, different mindset. One of the guys, one of the kids said something about, then I give them an exercise. I give them words. I give them a letter, and I told them, give me a financial word with that letter. So when it comes to D, one of them said debt. And then I said, okay, so make a sentence with that word. And then he said, I have a lot of debt. I said, no. We're not going to claim that. So now we started getting into affirmation. I will never have debt, right? And then when it comes to B, one of them said broke. And the girl said, I'm broke. I said, no. So the things that I experienced in the classroom is what is in this book. The first half of the book is for the kids. They got to learn about money at their level. Now, the second half of the book, this is where the parents are going to make sure that they read it, because they're going to want to know what to do for their kids. So I'm super, super, like, I feel like out of all the books that I've written, this is the one that's going to really put a dent, because again, I'm going through the back door, but I'm going to get in the house. I'm attacking them to their kids. And Blessing can attest to this. Blessing and I, we had a client webinar a while back, and the girl, Blessing can tell you this true story. The girl even, you see, God works mysterious ways. Sometimes he tells you things in several different forms. The teacher told me the book. Blessing client also told me, she's like, Odetta, why don't you guys do webinars for kids? Target the kids. Get people to do stuff for their kids. I would do something for my child more than me. And when she said that, we were like, okay, so we're going to do more IUL webinars for kids, right? So I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then last week, I went to District 19. So in New York, there's a lot of different district clusters of schools. District 19, they had their mentorship celebration, yada, yada, yada. So they teamed me up with 2 tables of girls, about 15 girls total. So they asked me, what do I do? I told them what I do. And then I start asking them, what do they know about money? How do they feel about money? What do they do with money? Are they getting money? Like all this money talk. Guys, before the end of the day, one of the girls that was at my table, and I'm so mad at it, it was so impromptu. I'm so mad that they didn't record it. She stood up and she gave an amazing speech talking about why everybody needs to learn about money. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I just poured this stuff into this girl, like not even half an hour. And then they had to stand up and talk about something that they just learned. And she, like, this girl is probably like 11 or 12. And she got up and started saying, oh, everybody needs to know about money, because us women, us girls, we're going to grow up to women, and we're going to have to know about money. We're going to have to make it our own money. We can't depend on men. I was like, I didn't tell her all of that, but she gets it, right? It's all about the importance of money. And guys, I'm like, if I don't, this business, this is why I will forever do WFG. We are truly changing people's lives. So now the fact that we're targeting the kids, but really and truly we're going to get to the parent, because the parents are the one that got to open this stuff, right? So the second half of the book, this is where I'm going to give them 3 things that every parent need to do when it comes to setting their kids up to be a millionaire. And y'all already know IUL is all up in there, okay? All up in there. Now today, I know I'm all over the place, but stay with me. Today I went to an NYU conference because I'm an alumni. The stats that they give, and I wrote this down, next year, 20% of America will be senior citizens. There's 10,000 people turning 65 every single day. 10,000 people. So why is this important to us in this book? If 20% of the entire America is going to be senior citizen, statistics show, Google this, grandparents on average spends $2,500 a year on their grandkids. They may not like their kids because their kids are acting up, but they sure love their grandkids. So now we're going to get grandma up in there, grandpa up in there, auntie up in there, and of course the parents up in there, all to save money for their grandkids. And I have a true story. This is my last story. Many of you know my client Brenda passed away. Brenda opened a policy for Maricas when he was 5 years old. Just $50, because that's all she could afford. It was a $50,000 policy. She's been saving it. God rest her soul. She passed away 2 weeks ago. We buried her on Saturday. Her daughter is so adamant about keeping that policy in honor of her mom's memory, to pass on the legacy that her mom started. don't talk to me, people. When I heard that and I see what she's going through right now, I said, Marsha, if you gotta eat rice and butter, which is like a Guyanese term, like if you broke, you eating rice and butter, right? If you gotta eat rice and butter, make sure you keep that policy for your mom's sake, because that's her legacy that she started for your son when you didn't even know what's going on, and she's still paying for it even though she passed away, because there's money in her account. Guys, grandparents will do this for their grandkids more than their kids, and their adult parents will do something for their kids more than themselves. Millionaire Playground, all day, every day. So I'm super excited, and it's easy to talk about it because guess what? Nobody will never tell you, I don't want to save money for my kids. So the question is, how much do you want to save, right? Hey, let me show you. And in fact, the book is so simple that when you give somebody a book, you could fold the page and say, hey, I want you to go to this page, 3 and 4, or whatever the page is. They read it. I promise you, they're going to be calling you to say, hey, how do I set up that stuff? Because it's 3 things they have to do. 3 things. And you're going to know about it when you get the book. 3 things they have to do to set their kids up to be millionaire, right? Now, let's talk about all the people who are doing amazing in our industry, right? Who are killing it and qualified to stay in this month, June. Shout out to Ken, 2 recruits, 2 apps. Karen, is Karen on? Let me go to the participant. Can somebody text Karen, tell her to get on? Karen also with 2 recruits, 1 app. Veronica with 4 apps, right? Usha with 3. Rolene is rolling on. Rolene is killing it. Rolene got 5. Rolene is a school teacher. She's in the classroom. I said, Rolene, all of your kids are your clients. You give, especially the parents that have multiple kids, you give them 1 book. If they got 4 or 5 kids, they're going to be calling you, right? Shout out to Kate. Oh my God, Kate has 3 apps. Sherry 1, Delnique 1, Richard. I know this is not updated because Richard got more than 1, right? Richard is super hungry and he's hustling. He protected his mama. Guys, this is why this business, you gotta stay learning. Because Richard knows so much more, he was able to check out the policy that his mom have, realize that it's nothing compared to what we have, and he's like, I don't care, Mom, we got to cancel that stuff. I said, hold on, let's make sure we get her approved first with Everest before we cancel those. So he got his mama protected and she got approved at immediate. So mama is healthy, right? And then he got his nephew, he got his cousin. Man, Richard is just making sure the family is straight with Everest. Shout out to Hovek with 1 recruit, Sabrina with a 1 app, and who else am I seeing? Oh, Andrea with 1 app. You guys, congratulations, you made the cut, and you're gonna continue in June for our advanced training. So congratulations. Next slide.